Hey guys, what's up? So I just have a couple of things to show y'all and then to talk about some stuff that's going on. Uh, and it's gonna be short and sweet. So I finished the gold and white ruffle hat, and then I finished the pink, hot pink and pink ruffle hat. And right now I'm working on the purple ruffle hat, and then I'm ruffled out for a while because these ruffles take longer, way longer than the hat. And like I told y'all, I changed the way I do the ruffles from the first time that I did it when I used Janine's pattern. I do these front posts only to get 3 rows of the ribs, and then I choose one of the ribs to put my ruffles on, and that way I still have the regular hat structure without having to put a uh, drawstring in the hat. Because the original way that it was made, you had to put a drawstring in it to cinch it up, because essentially by doing all these additional stitches you were increasing the size of the hat, so the hat was growing for those ruffle rows, and I didn't want the hat to grow. I just wanted the ruffles to sit on the hat, and also to for the hat just to maintain its original hat structure. So that's why I do my ruffles. Like you can see, I put my ruffles on one of the front post ridges. Hey, Buttero. So that is what's going on with that. Now, the other thing, I have my antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication on board, so that's why I'm very mellow right now. But anyway, earlier this week, we received this information. You have been notified of the company's decision to eliminate your position. Understandably, you may have questions, blah, 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 blah. Basically, my position no longer exists, and January the 31st will be my last day at the company I've been working for over 9 years. So I have to brush off my resume and start looking for a new job. So yeah. So that's what's going on in my personal life right now. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching and thinking, and did a little bit of crime, but not much. People, like I said, I have good meds now, and so that's what's going on in the real world, so to speak. And so so I decided to come on up here and just show the last updates of these ruffle hat saga. And like I said, this purple one is about to be the last one for a while, unless someone actually pays for one. So yeah, that's the only way I will make another one anytime soon, is if I got to order for one. Um, Instead of the friends, not friends, but the family discount that's been going on with the grandbabies and stuff. So how are you doing, Butterroll? How is life on the wild side, girl? Thank you. I'm not gonna be up here long. I just wanted to get that information out there, um, and just go ahead and be done with that. If people got questions, they can always, you know, say stuff in the comments and stuff like that. Um, as far as what I used to do is, I used to be a disputes specialist. Um, with the before I was a dispute specialist, I worked in as a receptionist on the front desk, and then I was a dispute specialist. And before I worked for them, I worked for an attorney for several years, It's basically as an office manager, receptionist, and web designer, whatever I had could do, I did. And and I was with that company for several years as well. Um, so I'm not one of those people who hop around from job to job. So yeah, so I try to find a job that I can be with for a while. So one of the things I was thinking about is hey Jeanette, how are you? So one of the things I was thinking about was 911 dispatching. So I've been looking around trying to find out information for getting enrolled, try to get enrolled in a training program for that. So that's one of the things I was thinking about. Um, and then the other was going back to like go to ECPI somewhere to get all my certifications since my degree is in web design and internet and information technology and all that stuff. So I was thinking about going back to ECPI to get my certifications uh, through them. So I have some options, but yeah, it's at least we have until January, the end of January, to get everything um, together as the ones of us whose positions were eliminated. And since I don't have no little kids, I don't have to worry about nobody Christmas uh, being upset or anything like that, anybody holiday. And even if I did have them, I'm a very down to earth person, and having your rent paid is more important than having some imaginary person dropping crap off into your house. Um, so that's how I feel about Santa Claus. I ain't never liked Santa Claus, and I never will, because he takes the credit for all the hard work these parents is out here killing themselves for to make sure these kids have all these things. I don't believe in giving some imaginary character credit for my hard work and my struggles and my sacrifice. Um, and I've never liked it, and I never will. Um, and that's why a lot of times my kids, because I was a single parent for so long, they didn't always have a real good Christmas. Um, but they got what they needed. It might not be what you wanted, but you got what you needed for you to make it through the next school day, for you to have food on the table, for you to have a roof over your head. That was more important to me than some of the other stuff these people going out there buying a child who's growing a freaking $250 pair of shoes, and then they hit a growth spurt and they only wear the shoes for 2 or 3 days or a week. Uh, Ain't nobody in my house wearing no $250 shoes ever, unless they bought it themselves with their own money they went out there and made. Ain't I don't play that mess. I got more important things in this world than fashion, because when you hungry, you can't eat them shoes. So that's how I look at things. There's more important things in this world than somebody else's name on something that person ain't gonna come help you out when you need help. Um, and so yeah. So like I said, this is how I do the ruffle. I go around on the ridge where I do those front posts, 3 rows of the front posts, double crochet, and then I use one of the ridges to put the ruffles on the ridge. That way I don't have to ever worry about the hat needing to be cinched up or resized. The hat is the hat. The hat keeps its shape so you can look inside and see that those ridges. And I put the ruffle on one of the ridges. I don't always choose the top ruffle or the middle ruffle. It just depends on what I feel like doing, which ridge I put the ruffle on. But a hat is just a basic beanie or slouchy hat. Um, and and you just do the ridges at the end so that you don't have to worry about using a drawstring. But the drawstring is cute too. It's good, has its purpose. If you don't know the person's head size, if you haven't been able to measure that person's size, then the drawstring is there so that person can adjust that hat for their head size, to tighten it up for their head size. but these are for people that I know that I can measure their head. So that is why I prefer using the ridges. Now, if it was for something like the first one I did, I use it because she's growing. So her head size is gonna be changing over the next couple of years, and so yeah, she'll need to adjust hers. Whereas Luna has pretty much done her big head is about as big as it's gonna get. She's pretty much people don't realize that children's heads reach their adult size quickly. um, and then you know pretty much once their fontanelles harden, their heads are through growing. um, and that can be different for different children. Might reach the adult head size more quicker than other children. Um, yeah, yeah. Food is expensive, um, and it's just like these companies. All they care about now is the bottom line, the dollar bill. These board of directors and stuff. As long as they get their money, they don't care if they have to fire half the company or whatever, lay them off, as long as they get their dividends and their monies, and that's all they really care. They want results. um so that's that. And it's so expensive here in the United States. um that's part of the problem. They've been passed all these wonky laws and all this stuff, making it harder for American businesses to stay afloat. Even during the pandemic, you saw all these mom and pop places went out of business because being in the public, most of like little food places and stuff that mom and pops, that was where they got their money from. And not being able to sell their product and put their product out there because of the COVID and whatnot, affected their business to the point that they had to shut down. They could no longer afford it. Um, so that's all I was doing. I was just coming up here to show y'all what I was working on and to let y'all know about what's going on in my personal life right now. So just keep my family and keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Um, keep putting good energy out there for me to help me find a job or school or training, something to help me um, as far as job searching is concerned. I have to go over to the veteran the veteran over at the unemployment office to make an appointment with the VA liaison over there. And I've already gone on to renew my subscription at USA Jobs for veterans and stuff, and some other veteran organizations and stuff, and renew my login and stuff with the Virginia Workforce um, job search site, and a couple other military oriented job search sites. I've already renewed my logins, and so this weekend I'll be updating my resume and stuff like that. Hey, hey. Oh, you getting ready to go pick up your car? Did they fix it? But right now, it might not be the job you want, but if it's a job that's going to help keep a roof over your head, then it's the job you take. So that's also you have to be humble. One door closing means other doors will be opening. It might not just be one door; it could be several doors that be opening in succession. You know, and you take it for what it is. You take it for another day that you have survived, another day that your family survives, and that's the main thing, is keeping the mortgage paid, and keeping the roof over our head, the mortgage paid, food on the table, and one of the cars running. So that's what's important right now, and worry about the rest later. So Monday will be my last appointment for a while with my therapist, and I'm pretty sure she'll understand. And then once everything gets situated and calms down, then I'll be able to set up my therapy appointments. Either that, or I'll drop it down to once a month, versus going once a week. Um, drop my therapy session down until this gets figured out, or then once it gets figured out, then I might have to stop my therapy for a while until I'm in a more stable um, uh, job. And why not? Because I can I have to go back through the Navy, through the referral system to start my therapy up again, because I think I'm almost near the end of that. The first sessions where we had like 20 some appointments that they pay for, and we only have to pay the your portion of the bill, the whatever they call it, starts with an R. So hey Crystal, what is it called when you have to pay your portion of the bill for your doctor's appointments and stuff? uh, I forgot. Copay, yeah. So yeah, and you have to pay your copay. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. But that's pretty much all I had going on today. The other thing I need to do is get up early tomorrow so I can get out and finish tearing down my garden from last year, and prune the fig tree some more, and work on clearing up the backyard, and figuring out what I'm going to plant, how I'm going to plant it next year. And then I got to clean in the garage and um, set up my warming mats, my heating mats, and set up my plants for the spring. Figuring out, go ahead and get the labels done and figure out what I'm going to plant for the spring. This year I need to get some netting because the cabbage butterflies was horrible this year in our area. So this year I got to get some netting to put up for the cabbage butterflies, and I got to get some more. I got to get some more the little shallow dishes and stuff. Like we get your Chinese food and stuff. I got to save some of those and get some cheap beer. I don't drink beer, but I use it in my garden to set up a bar for the slugs. The slugs was bad this year, and the slugs this year was different looking than the ones I'm used to. These slugs were like this freaking long, and they were thick as your thumb. Some of them were thick as your thumb, and they had like these little, almost like stripes. So I don't think these. I think these are some invasive species of slugs or something, or just some well fed until they look like that. I don't know, but I I have to put up better slug traps for the slugs this year, as well as protect everything with netting. So here comes Chunk Chunk. Come say hi so everybody can see you, so they can tell the difference between you and Luna. Come here. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Say I'm Chunk Chunk. Say I'm Chunk Chunk. You're not gonna say hi. Hi, Asia. How are you? Say hi. You're not gonna say hi. You gonna wait? See, she's not like Luna. Luna been all up in that camera talking to y'all and pointing at y'all and speaking to y'all. Get out your nose. That's ill. No, ill. Ill, ill. You don't blow your nose. Be around your brother too much. Blow. 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 And nothing can come out. Be around your brother too much. He learning too many bad things in that school. Ah. You gonna count? You gonna say your ABCs? Huh? Say A. A. Say A. You ain't doing nothing. Look at being bad. Hmm? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Huh? Yes, all gone. Wait for Grandpa to get home. Then Grandma gonna cook for you again. Okay? Okay. You're a bad girl. Take it to Moo. Go to Moo. Go get a diaper. Go get a diaper. No. She knows how to say no. So, hey Shakita. So Shatika. So that's all I wanted to talk about. So whoever's going live next, post your link or have because I don't think my nightbot is still not working. He still don't join. Leave alone. And leave that alone. No ma'am. Leave it alone. All right, let me go. She done took her diaper off. So y'all take care. So I'll find whoever does the next stream.